Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So for years and years we followed this, Misaka, kind of like just putting the information in kind of like nice looking graphics here, right? Of characters whose EZAs are still coming up, right? So here we can take a look at 2020, right? So these are the, and of course we're following the order, the JP Dokkan release order, which is kind of, again, copyright Nano, the canon timeline, the JP timeline. So we can take a look at just, these are main EZA characters, and we can look at 2020 releases. So we see that there is still one left over. Now, this is pretty crazy, because think about it. These guys' EZA is about to be 3 years old, right? And a character from their year still hasn't EZA'd. Funny enough, I do get the sense that we certainly are going to be having some more Tournament of Power coming soon, by the way, because here's the thing with that. Dokkan, they don't just walk away from Tournament of Power for a very long time. Also, when it comes to this Frieza, I wouldn't necessarily want him... Oh, well, I was going to say to EZA with, like, Frieza-type characters and stuff, because remember, this is yet another, like, Frieza character who wouldn't have, some of these powerful villain links, like, in particular, Big Bad Bosses. But, I mean, so here's 2021, we'll talk about them in a second, but if we go to 2022, right, in the 11th anniversary, I would say pretty much anything here probably is fair game for the 11th anniversary. We know without a shadow of a doubt, these two will EZA, right? And not only will they EZA, but they'll be top 5 units in the game, likely most of the year. Most of 2026, these two will be some of the best characters in the game. Now, judging by what they did last year, I would say it's very likely that this, the Dragon Ball opening characters, the Part 2 LRs, from the 8th anniversary will EZA during the 11th anniversary as well. I think it's very likely. So, like, I don't know if we can necessarily connect the theme super well. Someone mentioned it on my stream a while back about the double Purunga anniversary theory, which I like, which, is Namek and Daima. Remember, I don't think that the Daima adult characters, so adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku, I don't think Dokkan's going to put them on Power Wishes. If they did, it'd be good, and that would be an easy way to connect with, Goku and the Part 1 LRs, which are all on Power Wishes, right? But, man, it does seem like they could drop these guys right in there. Because going into the 11th anniversary, I think these two, Ultimate Gohan and Orange Piccolo, and the TUR Gammas, they're likely to EZA during the celebration we're in right now, this New Year's celebration. So they're going to be taken away. So then it's going to be left to these four. That could be our EZAs for the 11th anniversary. These 4 LRs, and then these 4 LRs. So that would take us to 8 LR EZAs during the 11th anniversary. And it's like, I just feel like that sounds right. Let's take a look at the 10th anniversary again. So, okay, perfect. Yeah, pretty much right here, just starting from page 5. Alright, so we had 2 LR EZAs. We had 6. 6 LR EZAs. So, jumping up to 8 doesn't even feel that crazy to me. And even potentially there could, like, if we include the Super EZAs as well, right? Remember, we had 2, 4, 6. So we had 6 Super EZAs, 6 EZAs, and 6 Super EZAs is what we had going. Okay. Yeah, so I do... That seems pretty likely to me at this point, right? The other thing, too, is, remember, so these two are Carnival LRs. At the moment, no Carnival LR has ever EZA'd. We've never seen a Carnival LR EZA. Haven't seen it. Now, to be fair, there's only a couple of Carnival LRs before that, right? But we have Super Saiyan Goku, Metal Cooler, and then we have this other dude. That's still such clown. It's just another Super Saiyan Goku card. That's just so silly to see, right? Like, all right, Carnival LR Super Saiyan Goku, Carnival LR Metal Cooler, okay, and then Carnival LR Super Saiyan Goku again. But if like they would, so they could, I guess maybe like line it up next to like part 1 or something like that with the EZA right there. The only thing is, I guess these EZAs, I mean, I guess we would see what Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Daima Vegeta might look like, because right now, like going into the 11th anniversary, the Daima plus Namek seems like a pretty reasonable guess, I would say. And it's just like trying to like figure out like how effectively some of these characters might work with those teams. If, and that's the thing too, if we were to do Daima and Namek and they did get Frieza one of those LR slots, I mean, that could give Metal Cooler and Final Form Cooler a good landing spot. And if they really want to, maybe they could toss this Frieza in there too. Although, again, a Frieza from Namek would have Big Bad Bosses. The Coolers have Big Bad Bosses. This guy wouldn't. The Tech Golden Frieza and Gogeta obviously would not have Big Bad Bosses, and neither does, you know, all the Golden Frieza characters. So, like EZA, AGL Golden Frieza. So, we would see. But I guess that's possible, because they're really hanging on to this Frieza. Now, I remember for a while, like, there was a couple of times there was a couple of different characters that were kind of just being held onto for a long time. And for the most part, didn't really feel like they were going to be used, like they were used for anything that special. I guess, like, LR Tech Broly, the Yellow Coin LR, like, he ended up being pretty effective, you know, on that Uncontrollable Power, like, Int LR Broly team, you know, during the 2024 Worldwide Download Celebration. But what's another, like, remember, Jiren was one of the oldest characters that had an EZA'd, and then he EZA'd, and he got the worst EZA of all time. I think I probably would land on that, by the way. STR Jiren, worst EZA of all time. I think so. I think that's a pretty safe take. I think that's pretty safe. STR Jiren. Yeah. Alright, so let's take a look here. So, Frieza probably will be coming up the next time there will be a Tournament of Power EZA. Like Celebration, he would be one of the EZAs. Or maybe they could just tie him to, like, you know, Frieza and Namek and stuff, right? So we go to 2021. Tapion and Minosha seem like it's gonna be tough for them, right? Tapion and Minosha, because like they are a very limited character in terms of like categories, links, all of it. I mean, they're pretty much gonna have to be like a movie hero type unit, is what I would think. So like we jump up here. I mean, they could easily just keep these exactly the same, but then maybe add movie hero to it. So they like storied figures or movie hero, like sibling bond and movie hero, right? Like that's something I guess they could do. I guess this active would still be the same. I'm not too sure. This could be a very interesting character. Remember, their active is pretty good. Multiple turn active skill support, right? Like that's certainly a strong ability. They could even, so remember, oh, this removes negative effects too. So locking, sealing, all that bullshit, like they could just say no to that. That's pretty good. But it is, you know, 4th turn start a battle. But they could easily add extra to this. They could just add a line into their passive, you know, when using the active skill. I will always point to this GT Goku. This, boom. He like, they did buff this guy's active skill. They just put it in his passive, right? Rather than just update the tables or whatever in the database to allow them to put this part in here, they just throw it in the passive, right? So we could even see them have, you know, another 50% support when activating active skill for 2 turns in their passive, something like that, right? Like they could do that easily. But I've got no clue with this character, man. This is a very niche character. It seems a little tough for me to believe that this character is going to EZA and be very helpful. I think leaning into support is exactly the way to do it. Like, just like buff their support potential like crazy. And I mean, just like a strong movie hero option. Because like like Join Forces, Storied Figures, Legendary Existence, these are not teams. Sibling bond, you know, we could get like a beast Gohan that drops, and like sibling bond could be like one of his leader skills or something. But like this character is just not on teams basically. So I'm not really too sure what to expect with them. Goku and Piccolo, I guess it kind of would be kind of a similar thing. The one thing that would help Goku and Piccolo potentially though is that with the tag mechanic existing, I mean, they could, any exchange character like these, they could just redo them as tag characters. All of them, right? So we could get a tag version of this character. This is obviously from the first DBZ movie. But they are, it's a little different for them, because they're on full power Earthbred Fighters and Earth Protecting Heroes. That is 3 legit categories. Earth Protecting Heroes is a relatively new category, only just this year. So it's only Tech Vegito that leads it right now. But, like, this is a good category. Earth Protecting Heroes, easily. Right, that could easily get some good stuff going. So, okay, so there's some of them. Then we move on to 2022. I would say, yeah, we have a couple of Saiyan Saga options now, kind of like sitting there. They did use Yamcha, but we do have Raditz, and we have Goku and Piccolo as well. So, I mean, again, maybe something like a Goku versus Vegeta Golden Week, or, you know, something like that we could see. And we could have a couple of Saiyan Saga EZAs ready to go. I think, to me, Majin Vegeta, I'm identifying as one of the, upcoming, like, Carnival, like, LR type pick. I think, like, I don't know, let's go to Golden Week and say it's something blah, 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 but, like, Carnival Majin Vegeta or something. I think they could drop a really big, like, LR Majin Vegeta that would get people really excited. Yeah, because actually, wow, we do badly need one, huh? If we look at Majin Vegeta, it's just this and then the LR Babidi. Oh yeah, that's so free. LR Majin Vegeta's gotta be upcoming. I mean, I did a video kind of just centered around the fact that I feel like that could happen. That's pretty crazy. Majin Vegeta's very popular. So okay, we have Pan here ready for like a GT celebration. Bardock, hard to say what they'll do with Bardock, right? The Blues, we thought for a while like they would maybe do like some type of Resurrection F celebration. They did not, because they just EZA'd him. So we'll see where the Blues could EZA. They would be on a lot of teams. They have no defensive mechanics at the moment, so their EZA would need to be a complete revamp. Could be interesting. This Goku and Gohan, not really too sure what they would look like either. Or this Goku. Like, where is the Hachiak movie Goku gonna EZA? He'll just EZA in, like, some Earthbred Fighter celebration or something, right? That's what I would imagine. Okay, so here's all these. And then now, we're gonna start to get to 2023 releases. There is a huge variety. So, I mean, look at this. We have GT with Super 17, Battle of Gods. Then they go to Tournament of Power. We have Super Buu. We have 23rd World Tournament, Bulma. We'd have Turles, movie bosses, and Goku, you know, like a movie hero. We got some more GT stuff with Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Omega. Some, you know, Super Trunks. And then we have, you know, these future Saga LRs. Another Tournament of Power release, or a couple right there. There's a Saiyan Saga unit. Yeah, Gohan and Piccolo. So we could add Gohan and Piccolo to these two for like again, Golden Week. Let's say Saiyan Saga's 2026 Golden Week. I could see it. And we'd have Raditz, Goku and Piccolo, and Gohan and Piccolo all ready to go for EZAs. Android 21, who knows? Maybe like an Android type celebration, they would EZA her. Hirudegarn and Dragon Fist probably are going to be a little bit of, like, I doubt we're going to go right into the start of 2026, and they're going to, you know, open up with EZAing like these guys, but I mean, they could. Because remember, like, we, at the start of this year, 2025, you know, they EZA'd the anniversary LRs like they always do. The first character they EZA'd after the anniversary LRs was Path to Power Kid Goku, who was an October release. And same thing here, in 2024, like, they jumped all the way to Super Vegeta down here, right? They jumped all the way down to him. So, 2023's got a nice I like the characters were really poorly designed, but I mean, looking at this does look pretty good. Like if we just think of them as a blank canvas, it's hard to hate on the picks of 2023 Dokkan. Looking at it, right? Like I mean, I guess. Well, okay, well, hold on. Except, of course, for this, and this, right? The Goku trio right there. That isn't. They can never fucking do that again. This would be, even if same name linking was a thing, this is too much, dude. The base Goku Bermuda Triangle right here is horrible. Horrible. I cannot believe they did that. The character, I guess, who shouldn't... I did like the Anniversary LR, but to me it feels like these are the ones that shouldn't... These should have been changed. I'm totally down with this. This guy gets the priority to me. Second in line, I'd say, is him, and then this guy is third to me. I hate this 8th Anniversary Part 2 picks. I don't like it. Remember, a lot of us, if you don't remember, we were thinking it was going to be Omega and Kid Buu at Part 2. Like, we were kind of like tossing out the idea, Omega, Kid Buu Part 2? Right? Like, maybe in hindsight, that does seem a little insane. Double villain anniversary part, but I don't know. They could have. They could have. And then they dropped Stinker Omega right here, and we still even have... Omega now has 2 summonable LRs, and Kid Buu's got 0. Okay. Yeah, and we got the Demon Future Gohan. Dude, some of these characters I want Super Trunks to be great. Kale, Super Buu, Super 17. I'm rooting for all these characters, man. Yeah, for sure. We also have some Super EZA charts here. These are a little bit harder, I would say, to kind of predict, right? Like, I mean, once we know what the celebration is, or see the banner, we could kind of guesstimate it. Yeah, and we go all the way, like, free-to-play LR, this Goku Zamasu's up there. Obviously, with the free-to-play LR, still kind of, like, EZA them, like, way out of order like that. But, yeah, so upcoming... We have this Frieza, okay. Golden Frieza. We have this Cell. I've been expecting this Cell to potentially Super EZA a couple of times, and they keep kind of skipping over him. We have Trunks and Zamasu there, okay. There's a blue Vegeta. I am actually really, really excited for physical Trunks to EZA, believe it or not. Super EZA. Because, because I really want to use him as a leader in Battlefield. I still use type leads. It's just what I like to do. And I can't wait for him to EZA so I could use him as a leader in Battlefield. Same with Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks said. I'm so excited for them to Super EZA. Oh my god, Goku Black and Zamasu. Yeah, remember, okay, so if we look at this, back in the day, they spam the fuck out of Future. Look at the amount of Future characters we have. Let's just look at Future characters, right? So we have 17 and 18. We have Int Trunks, Fusion Zamasu, Blue Vegeta, right? We also then have the Goku Black and Zamasu right there also. There's a lot. Little bit of a minor mistake right here. This should be Janemba. Yeah, because this is Cell, and then this is Cell right there. This one should be STR Janemba right there. That's who this should be. And then we're going to start getting into Super EZAs for category leads. Ultimate Gohan, Super Saiyan 4 oh my god. Super EZA, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Alright guys, well, yeah, I mean, Super EZA is such a huge thing that Dokkan added. It really, I think it really helps the game out. Because now, too, like, if they want to do a villain celebration, right? Let's say they're just vaguely going to do a Terrifying Conqueror celebration, right? Just input any characters to Dokkan Fest, any character you want as the Part 2 LR, right? Doesn't really matter. That's inconsequential. But you look at, like, this, so, like, they could go for Tech Golden Frieza, First Form Frieza as a Super EZA free-to-play character. Same with the Ginyu Force right there. Cooler, another Terrifying Conqueror character. Right? We have Bojack on the horizon. They could potentially, do him as well. Right? So it's like, you look at Super EZAs, it'll give them a lot more options. So far, that's one thing I've hugely noticed is Super EZAs have really helped villain teams in particular, right? So, let me know what you guys think. Of course, definitely shout out to Misaka for creating the charts. As always, you know, these are just very handy information, right? To just kind of go ahead and take a look at here. Yeah, so we're going to be moving into 2023 Dokkan. Remember, once the anniversary starts, it kind of unlocks the year. So, you know, once 11th anniversary starts, I would think anything is fair game here. Like, I don't know, if, let's say it's highly relevant to what the celebration is, this Int LR Goku, if he EZ8 in part 1 of the 11th anniversary, would I be like, oh my god, I could never see, like, I wouldn't, I would say, okay, like, I could see it. So, once 11th anniversary starts, they're all fair game. And there's, yeah, man, AGL Trunks ended up being just a bastard EZA, right? Just a failure. It's crazy. The Tech Androids Legendary EZA, they were legendary on release and basically legendary EZA, and Trunks is just, he's just a bitch. He's just a sad bitch, unfortunately. Poor Trunks, man. A lot of these 2023 releases, I'm rooting for Trunks in the same way. A lot of these characters felt just so underwhelming. 17 and 18, Gohan and Piccolo I did not like. Super Trunks I did not like. Super Buu I did not like. Super 17 was shit. Right? I'd love to see these characters get good EZAs. So, let me know what you guys think. I'll catch y'all next time.